News from the New York Times on GE. The company reported worldwide profits $14.2 billion. $5.1 billion of the total came from its operations inside the United States. The tax bill for General Electric? Nothing.
Or negative 3.2.
Negative 3.2.
As in they now saying
they're getting a refund of
$3.2 billion.
Right?
Why would a company like General Electric and the others be able to get off scot-free and declare a refund?
Well, because we have a tax system that is so geared to allowing them to pull these maneuvers that doesn't have many great advantages for the three of us. I mean, maybe you can deduct your house mortgage if you have one of those, but that's pretty much it. No, and you can't deduct your cable TV bill, even though sometimes you watch the news. But I mean, listen, they have great lobbyists in Washington. The Chamber of Commerce and others are hugely powerful and successful at manipulating the tax system for the benefit of large corporations. And I think it's wonderful that this is on the front page of the Times and reminds middle-class taxpayers at this time of the year, as we're all getting those figures together and trying to figure out how it is we're going to pay those taxes, that, hey, these big boys, both at the top of the income earning as individuals and as corporations, are not remotely paying their fair share.
To Jim's point, though, is there some kind of a Lincoln bedroom situation going on here where Jeffrey Immelt and Barack Obama are buddies, and so the president will turn the other cheek to this?
Listen, come on. General Electric has had these kinds of tax relationships in Republican and Democratic administrations. Jim's right, they're very shrewd. But hey, we can come up with a long list of other corporations that are skating just as well who don't even know Obama.
Actually, we can. And those lists exist. And they show things, for example, that the corporate tax rate, I think, is 35%. I mean, in theory, no corporation pays that. Apple paid 25%. Microsoft paid 20%. Google paid 2%. But General Electric stands out as not only paying zero tax rate, but actually wanting money. It's extremely political, Alice is completely right, the tax system is full of loopholes. But my point is, and I won't even assert that the Obama administration had anything to do with any of those loopholes, except, of course, for the cap-and-trade loopholes, which are enormous boondoggles for green energy and so on, which the Obama administration was
you know this is true. Every one of those loopholes, and many of them you oppose, and many of them I oppose, and we even oppose some of the same ones, actually. But there's a constituency for every one of them, and every one of them is defended by some ag support person or somebody doing some good work somewhere, or people like us who would never want to give up our mortgage deductions, which is the biggest loophole there is out there. But every one of them is there with the constituency, and that's why, despite all the sermonizing on it, they are very, very difficult to change.
You're right, but the standout new one is green energy, and that's only come up in the last few years. And General Electric was the lead player in something called the U.S. Climate Action Partnership, which was dedicated to lobbying for cap and trade, which has created another set of giant loopholes and giveaways to corporate America, all in the name of windmills and recycling and green energy and so on.
There's one thing we can do about this in practical relations, which is that let's find a way to close these loopholes. I think we both want to. That reward big companies for taking American jobs and American investments and parking them overseas. Because our tax system really does still encourage that. Now, the business lobbyists are going to fight us on this thing. They're going to say, no, we want total freedom to park our money overseas and not create American jobs. But that's the one thing we can do that will get us better tax revenues and will produce jobs that Americans need. We all agree on that, right?
Oh, okay.